Hello everybody, my name is Moonmunk and welcome to Gay Sequelitis, where we take games that I wanted to do a video on but couldn't make a let's play of and... Wait, hold on. What? Really? Shit, I forgot. Well, it's been a long time since I've done the videos. Sorry, I messed up. Oops. Welcome to Gamescraps, where I take games that I couldn't do a let's play of, but still wanted to do a video of some sort for you guys. So I threw things together in about 20 minutes while drinking Dr. Pepper in my pajamas. Yay! Before we get started, though, I do want to put a slight seizure warning at the beginning of this episode. This game contains a lot of flashing colors, so definitely be cautious about watching it if that's something you have a history of. Just looking out for you guys. Let's get started then! I figured it's been a little while since I've done a Gamescraps, and it was about time for me to do another one. What better game to do than AudioSurf 2? What with the recent popularity of the Audio Saver and Audio Shield games for the Vive. I would do those, but I can't afford a Vive, so I'm going to go for the low-hanging fruit here and play the game that came out several years ago. AudioSurf 2 is pretty similar to AudioSurf 1. You're a little hovercar jet thing that's going on a track to collect these little bubbles and get the highest score. But you're doing it to the sounds of music on your computer. They did, however, add a bunch of new features that make this game a hell of a lot of fun and intuitive for new players. For starters, they made it so that you don't have to have your own music on your computer to play, which is always convenient for those who don't have the space on said computer to save music to it, like me. They also made the layout of finding your music a little bit more intuitive than the first game, which I quite like. On top of that, they almost completely overhauled the look of the game as a whole. It looks sleek and new and nice, even 2 to 3 years after its release, which is surprising, but a welcome change. With all the advances of gaming technology in the past couple of years, games that hold up even after 2 years are a godsend. The main menu is easy to comprehend and understandable as well. Everything is laid out for you with descriptions for everything right there on the front. I suppose the only thing that doesn't have an explanation is the song, which admittedly makes sense. There's also the new feature of the leaderboard on the side, which, while I don't pay attention to it all that much, I'm just here to record videos and have fun after all, it does have its appeal for those who have a bit more of a competitive streak. It's pretty simple, it shows you the scores for what song with that game mode, and that's honestly kind of it when it comes to the leaderboard. I suppose if you're an overachiever, that has a lot of appeal to you, so have at it, you lovely little high score addicts. They added a bunch of new game modes as well. You, of course, have your standard mono from the first game, though in this one they added something to it, which is the mono casual. In mono casual, you have little panels off to the side that you can skip off into to keep yourself safe from the spikes. So if you're looking for something that allows you a little bit of a reprieve from the madness, this mode might be for you. That being said, my favorite mode has been and always will be standard mono. It's ridiculously fun and has a simple premise. Collect the colored orbs, avoid the evil spikes, fill the bars at the bottom, get a high score. If you pick up a big orb, you get an additional block filled on all 3 sections. It's really nice actually. They recommend that you have a full block filled before you do this though. They of course have others which I'd imagine are fun, but I don't particularly enjoy playing them. Maybe it's because I'm a basic bitch. Someone get me a caramel macchiato and Ugg boots right now, damn it. If I'm remembering correctly, Ninja is the base game, but there's a stealth mechanic added to it which allows you to hit spikes without being hurt. Wakeboard allows for you to jump from the tops of the waves in the music. Audio Sprint is for 2-player. Mono Classic is exactly what it sounds like, though in this game it allows you to click and get a little minion that does everything for you. Yay cheating? And then there's Casual Puzzle, which is bright and happy and sunny, and you don't really have to worry because it goes a bit slower than the rest. The coolest addition by far to this game has to be the mods. With the advent of Steam Workshop, people are able to go around and make mods for the game that only make it better. These take form in different modes that people thought would be interesting to play, to different skins. I know for a while I was rocking the Undertale Muppet skin that someone had made, and it was fun as all hell. I'd recommend that if you play this game though, you play with the base skins for a little bit, then play around with the mods, because they can add a lot to the game as a whole. That being said, if you're not wanting to fuck with the workshop, they have some skins pre-made for you to choose from, which consist of Stadium, Mystical, Dusk, Neon, and Classic, which are all very pretty and fun to look at. Personally, I prefer Mystical or Dusk because it's not as bright and it's a lot easier to concentrate on what I'm doing if I have those two skins. But that's just me. I gotta say that in all these years, Jesus, I'm starting to sound like an old man. Anyway, in all these years, this game has not lost the charm it had for me when I was younger. I used to play the first one all the time, and admittedly, when I was going through rough times a few years back, this would be the game that I would play to unwind. It was just a nice, challenging game to get my mind off of things for a little bit without having to worry. And sometimes that little bit of a moment away is necessary. I honestly decided to do this video because I was spending time with a friend and showing her older videos, and we came across my first AudioSurf Gamescraps. The only thought going through my mind was, Jesus, this is rough and not particularly good. I want to do it over. And then quickly remembered that there was a second AudioSurf. I'm also hoping to surf by on the popularity of AudioSaver, show people where that type of game started, in case anyone didn't know at this point. Again, I want to thank Smooth Mcgroove for allowing me to use his music. I know I asked for permission a long time ago and you've probably forgotten at this point, but it really does mean a lot to me. Go check out his channel. There will be a link in the description. He's an amazing and talented artist that deserves all the love in the world.
That was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo!